All right, hello again everybody. We're still talking about order of operations in this video. If you are getting to this one and you haven't seen any of the other order of operations video, kind of the basics, I would encourage you to go back and watch a few of those. There should be about 3 or 4. But what we're talking about in this one, and the reason I wanted you to go back is because this one's kind of like a word problem or a problem that you would see on a test. And when I say test, I mean like a standardized test or a state test. This has to do with, like I said, order of operations, substitution of numbers. I'm also going to give you a couple hints on taking a multiple choice test, at least what, once again, this is coming from me, what I've done in the past, and I'm actually taking a test in a few weeks. So a few things to think about. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So first of all, for this problem, we see that this x over here, so this x is equal to 10. That lets me know that in this problem, I can plug that in for the x's in the problem. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to rewrite the problem. Whoop. Not exactly. I need to rewrite the problem with 10 in for x. So my first one is here, which would be 10. So it would be 10 squared, not 10 to the 10th power, 10 squared over 25 plus 3, let me write that just a little bit bigger for you, plus 3 times 10. Okay. So the instructions for this problem says what is the value of this problem here when x is equal to 10. So that would be what the question asked you. So we are looking for a single number, which I wrote the question or the answers out here. So I would encourage you to, if you haven't already, pause the video and try it yourself. So let's walk through this. So working with the order of operations, we go parentheses. Okay. Well, there is a parentheses here, but it's actually multiplication. Okay, gotta be careful with that. You could still do this piece here, but I'm not going to confuse you too much. So parentheses, exponents. Well, we do have an exponent here. So in step 2 here, I'm going to have 100 over 25 plus 3 times 10. Okay, so heading our direction here. So if we go back through parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide from left to right. So we could do this here. So this would be a division problem, or a division piece of the problem. So 100 divided by 25. All right, well, I know that 25 times 4 is 100. So now I'm left with this. I'm also going to go ahead, so I did the left one first. I'm going to do the right one now. So that's 3 times 10. Sorry, 3 times 10 is 30. And now my last step would be adding those two together. Okay. So we can tell that this would be our answer. So B. Now talking about, let's say that we get about halfway through this problem, or we're really unsure about problems, and you're still trying to take the test. Depending on the test, I would encourage you to use this tool here. Most of the tests that I've seen, they'll have 2 questions that are similar, but maybe just opposite. So you'll notice that B is 34 and C is 43. For this particular one, in my head, that would tell me that it's probably going to be one of those 2. Because you'll notice that this one is a lot lower and this one is a lot higher. There's usually one question that is way different than all of the rest of them. Now, most of the time, it's not that question. They're just seeing if you're going through and filling in bubbles. Now, sometimes they are those questions. So this is a if you're kind of guessing tool, or you're taking a big test and you get stuck. Just putting that out there. I would encourage everybody to study and do the problems correctly, but this is just to help out people sometimes. So try to narrow it down to a 50-50 before the problem started. And before I was looking at this problem, I would have said that those two were my 50-50. And then you kind of get something, if you know, get something close, then you can just work with those two. Okay. Hopefully that's a good tip for you. Something I use a lot. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.